Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is FPL Elma. We're going to be going through my Game Week 30 team selection. But before we get into that, I'd like to thank you all guys for the continued support on the channel. It's really been amazing. We're still pushing for 800 subscribers. So if you're new around here or you've been watching and you're not yet subscribed, make sure you hit that sub button. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you share and make sure you hit that bell, don't miss any content going up on the channel. And not wasting any much time, let's get straight into it. So first we're going to go over my Gaming 29 team review. I managed to score 42 points. This week was a risky week because I decided not to use the free hit chip and to play with what I had. So I only fielded 10 players, or you can say 9, because Palmer had a secret injury where we were not told anything in the press conference. So we missed out. So in theory, I only played with 9 players, but I think the red arrow was a bit of a minimum because of I think some performances in the team we're going to go through. So I'm very happy for that, and I hope that for game that we can be able to bounce back as we push for the top 50k finish for this season, which will be a huge milestone. So we had Flecken in goal, who managed to score 3 points. I think Flecken, although Brentford do consider a ton of goals, he still managed to get a lot of save points. So he always managed to get 3 instead of the common 2 points that most goalkeepers get. And then we had Van Hecke 1 point. It was always going to happen against Man City. Then had Gabriel, who kept a clean sheet but picked up a yellow card for 5 points. Mikolenko 2 points. Um, that doesn't really matter. Then we had Clivert and with 2 points. Surprised that he blanked. Then we had Palmer and Salah who blanked and then who did not play at all. Bruno who got 2 assists and a goal, 17 points. I wish I captained him. I was so close to captaining him, but I opted for the striker instead. It is always say, always back the midfielder when in doubt. So yeah, 17 points for him. Then we had Mbuemo with I think an assist for 6 points. Chris Wood blanked, even though Nottingham Forest did score 4 goals. He was nowhere on the clean sheet or nowhere near the assist, and now he is out injured. We're going to discuss that in a few minutes. Then you have Emma Nilsson, who also blanked 2 points, and then everyone on the bench had a blank game week. Fabianski, who we don't have, but he's not in the team. Then Hall, Isaac, Munoz all had a blank game week, but they're still in the team. So that's game week 29. Not a bad game week, but I hope to be able to bounce back in game week 30. So without wasting any much time, let's look at what Game Week 30 has in store for us. So now, before we look at my Game Week 30 team selection, gotta look at the transfer I'm considering for Game Week 30, and one of that transfer is Palmer to Ismail Sarr for Game Week 30. Palmer has been blanking a lot of late. They do play Spurs, which is an easy fixture is a relatively easy fixture on paper. But Palmer has not been firing. He's been firing blanks for a very long time. I think it's finally time to move on from him. Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking of bringing Ismail Sarr. But so as I'm recording this video, just came out that Palmer is back in training for Chelsea. So that throws a spanner in the works because my plan was either to do Palmer to Sarr or do Chris Wood to Mateta. So, but because it's FA Cup during the weekend, and it's been said that Wood is going to miss the FA Cup and maybe be back for the Premier League game during the week, which is on a Tuesday. I think they play Manchester United. So that's a lot of things to look at. But at the moment, if I think even if Palmer is back in training, I think he's been blanking too much, and it's time to plan for the double game 32. Well, it's not an easy fixture for Crystal Palace. I think it's still ideal to have a player for that double game week. So that's something I'm considering. This is a transfer I'm thinking about, but at the back of my mind, I still have Chris Wood to Mateta. So yeah, that's something I'm thinking about. Let me know in the comments what transfer you'd prefer. So this transfer in mind, let's look at my 30 team selection. So we're going to start off with the defenders. Of course, we're going to be having Flecken in goal. I think I've had Flecken for a very, very, very long time, and I think he's been performing really well. Although Brentford do concede a lot of goals, want to get a lot of save points. All you can hope for is a lot of save points against Newcastle. Because Newcastle are going to obviously score because they're absolutely buzzing from winning the Carabao Cup. So yeah, it's going to be a tough fixture for Brentford. So we'll cut off with some save points. Then you have Munoz against Southampton, who are playing the weakest team in the league. So I expect some attacking returns and not just a clean sheet. So I expect a huge haul from Munoz, but a classic FPL cast in it. Then we have Van Hecke against Aston Villa. I think it's going to be a tough fixture as well, that one. So let's hoping for a cheeky goal from Van Hecke. So yeah, then you had Gabriel against Fulham. Also think last time Fulham did manage to score against Arsenal. So it's going to be a tough fixture that one. But Saka is back in training, so maybe they're going to be buzzing, wanting to give him the winning feeling back as they prepare for Real Madrid in the Champions League. So maybe a check a clean sheet since so long since they had a corner goal. Maybe now with Saka back, the corner goals can start flowing back into the team. But yeah, so that's the defense and the goalkeeping department. Doesn't fill me with hope, but all you can do is hope, of course. So yeah, now let's look at the midfield. So this is how the midfield is going to be looking like. We're going to be having Sa, who I've mentioned in the transfer consideration segment. We're going to be bringing in for Palmer. What is a slight chance where they might just go for Chris Wood to Mateta. But we don't know the state of Mateta at the moment, so that's why I'm leaning slightly towards Sa. But we'll see before the deadline. It's I think on Tuesday, so still plenty of time to think and ponder. Then you're going to be having Salah against Everton. Good to have Salah back. Good to have a out and out captain in there instead of using some other player who you don't know who is going to give you at least it's Salah. There's a chance for an attacking return, the chance for a penalty goal. So good to have Salah back and hope he's going to be able to perform against Everton. Remember last time they played Everton, Everton got too excited for a draw. So yeah, maybe they don't want to get their revenge. And Salah's been blanking for quite a few game weeks, and I think you don't want to prove people wrong. And this will be the ideal fixture. Then you have Bruno against Forest, the attacking machine output. He did manage to get attacking returns for Portugal in their remontada against Denmark. So become able to continue his form in front of goal, able to perform against a very good defensive Nottingham side. I think it's going to be a tough fixture, but hope can able to perform. Then you have Clivert against one of the poorly defensive teams in Ipswich, so hope is going to be able to score and against that Ipswich team. And maybe a cheeky penalty goal. It's been a minute since he scored a penalty. Then you're going to be having Mbuemo against Newcastle, who has been blanking in the past few game weeks. So maybe it's time to move on from Mbuemo, but I think he's still the bright spark in that Brighton team, and I think he's going to stay in the team for a while. So that's the midfield, full of goals, full of penalty takers as well. So it is the new meta. But yeah, that's the midfield. Now let's look at the forward line. So this is how the forward line is going to be looking like when we're having Evan Nilsson against Ipswich. That's the same as Clivert playing one of the poorly defensive teams. So I hope that he can be able to perform and be able to score against that leaky Ipswich defense. Then we have Isaac against Brentford, buzzing to win the Carabao Cup. I don't know if he had a good international break. I haven't been following, so Robert has had a good international break and can be able to carry the joy back into, I guess, Brentford, who do consider a lot of goals. And but they do have a good keeper in Flecken, so of being able to cancel out. So maybe Isaac penalty miss and a rebound goal will be very much appreciated. Then on the bench, you're going to be having Fabianski against Wolves. Lewis Hall out for the whole season. I need a wild card to get him out. Wood is on the bench because we don't know his injury situation at the moment. And then we have Mikolenko finishing off the team because I'm sure Liverpool are going to be scoring, so there's no need to start him. So yeah, with that, if you have managed to reach this far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And also make sure you check out my socials. Links are down in the description. And with that, I'd like to say that I'll see you all guys later. Bye bye.